Hello, this is Kate from dailytarotgirl.com, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. And for this week's reading, I'm using the Dame Darcy Mermaid Tarot. Okay, so I'm going to cut the deck and choose 3 cards. Each card is going to represent a portion of the upcoming week. Okay, and for those of you who are wondering about my foster kitties, they just got fixed. Here's Millie and Stevie, and Max is running around in the other room somewhere. They just got fixed a couple days ago, so they're just recovering, and then they're going to go up for adoption in a few days. Okay, so let's start with the first card. So this is Monday and Tuesday of the upcoming week. So here we have 6 of Swords, and this is an interesting card to start the week off with, because the 6 of Swords is all about transitioning and moving from one place to another place. And often this will happen when we're unhappy with where we are. We look around ourselves and we think, things aren't really working out, I want something different. And then you kind of make changes and you make that move. So oftentimes this is a change or a transition that is born out of unhappiness or being uncomfortable, not liking where you are. But ultimately this is a transition. So you're moving from one place to another place. So I think the beginning of the week may be about literal moves. So you might be moving house, you might be going to a different job, or transferring to a different position within the same job that you're in. Or it could also be about leaving a relationship, ending a friendship. But it could also be more of a symbolic transition. So it could be kind of transitioning from one way of doing things to another way of doing things, or one way of seeing things to a new way of seeing things. It could be about those sort of emotional or energetic shifts that happen within ourselves when we decide that we need to make a change. So interesting way to start the week off. And then when we get further into the week, so kind of Wednesday, Thursday, we have the Fool, which is such a fun, wonderful, positive card to get right after the 6 of Swords. Because with the 6 of Swords, it's kind of like you're making changes, but you don't know if making those changes is necessarily going to be better than what you were doing before. But the Fool kind of confirms that whatever decisions you make, whatever you leave behind, whatever changes you decide to make in the beginning of the week, you're going to be handsomely rewarded midweek. So the Fool is, in a way, kind of similar to the 6 of Swords. It's about new beginnings. It's about starting fresh, starting over. And in order to start fresh, and in order to have a new beginning, you need to let some things go. And you need to kind of release any baggage that you're holding on to, whether that's emotional baggage, mental baggage, if you're holding grudges, or physical baggage, like having lots of stuff that you don't need. So the Fool is really about, again, like the 6 of Swords, it's about making some kind of transition. And I love this particular card because the mermaid is diving through this 0, and it's almost like this 0 is like a portal, and she's kind of coming from one side, going through this portal, and coming out on the other side. And she's doing it in a spirit of fun. So while the 6 of Swords is about making a transition in the spirit of kind of misery, the Fool is about, she's laughing, she's having fun. It's about making changes in a spirit of fun. So this is about, this is almost in a way kind of opposite to the 6 of Swords. It's similar to the 6 of Swords, but it's opposite in that this is about using pleasure and kind of going where your desires take you, and letting that be the guide that helps you make changes rather than unhappiness. Because I think a lot of us wait till we're miserable to start making changes, and we use that as kind of the thing that pushes us, whereas the Fool is saying, sure, that's fine, you can use that to give you that initial push, But when it comes to deciding what path you're going to go on and the decisions that you make and where you're going to, you know, direct your energy moving forward, you want to use pleasure and, you know, go where your interests take you, go where you feel pulled towards. And then the last card, which is the card of the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we have the Page of Wands. And again, this is a really beautiful card to get in this position because the page, like all the pages, the Page of Wands is a student. He's a student of life, and the suit of Wands is all about energy. It's about creativity and passion. So the page is a student of energy and creativity and passion. So this weekend you're going to be learning about, or I shouldn't say this weekend, that's going to confuse you, the coming weekend. You're going to be learning about energy and how your energy affects your life, and what kinds of things affect your energy. So what kinds of things drag you down? What kinds of things give you energy? And you're going to be learning about how to direct that energy, how to harness it, how to communicate with it, and, you know, work with it. And you're going to be learning about your own creativity and passion and how to work with those elements, how to harness those things. So very, very powerful card in this position, I think. So when I kind of zoom out and look at all these cards together, I see this wonderful narrative or this wonderful story emerging. And initially, you know, you may feel this desire to make a change based on the fact that maybe things aren't working out the way you would like them to, or you're noticing that you're just not feeling inspired, or you just feel like there's something more. And hello, girl. And so you make that change based on that. But then midweek, this kind of spurs you on to reevaluate your life and ask some really, you know, maybe some difficult questions, but really kind of reevaluate things and figure out, you know, what am I passionate about? Where do I feel called to put my attention and my energy? You know, what direction do I want to go in? And this feels very, very good, very exciting. Melina, you're in the way. Okay, girl, come on. Yes, don't bite. She's very sassy, my kitty. Yeah, and then as the end of the week rolls around, Page of Wands, this is where you really start to learn about, like I already kind of said, I don't want to repeat myself too much, but this is where you really start to learn about how to manage your energy and how to work with your creativity and with that energy of passion, because you can be really excited about something and passionate about something, but if you don't know how to harness that energy and how to direct it, it can be wasted, basically. And I also get a real sense of contemplation with this card, with this Page of Wands. It looks like he's looking at these acorns, and think about what these acorns represent. They're basically like seeds. Within the acorn is a blueprint for a massive tree to grow. Doesn't mean a tree is going to grow, but there's that blueprint. And so he's looking at these acorns. I don't know if acorns are nuts or seeds, but anyway, he's looking at these acorns, and it's like he's contemplating, you know, which ones do I want to plant? What seeds do I want to plant? Which ones am I going to forget about? Not just that, but he's looking at them thinking, excuse me, he's looking at them and he's thinking, you know, what is possible? What kinds of things, you know, what possibilities remain? Okay, so that has been your tarot card reading. And please feel free to add your own interpretations on these cards. So if there's something that jumps out at you, something that you're noticing, please feel free to share about it in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. My name's Kate. I'm from dailytarotgirl.com. You can check out my website if you're interested in learning about tarot card reading. I've got all kinds of fun stuff on my website. I've got a tarot blog, I've got free tarot spreads, I've got deck reviews, lots of tarot exercises, and more. So check it out. And once again, thanks for watching and have a wonderful week.